Welcome to Awaken Your Soul, the show which brings you inspiring, empowering, and sometimes, quite frankly, mind-blowing conversations about life, death, and everything in between. This is a place which will open up your mind and take your soul for a spin. My name is Agnes, and I'm your host. Let's begin this dance. So here we are, week 2 of Awaken Yourself podcast. I was so excited last week when the podcast went live, and of course I was so nervous. But I got so many messages from friends and family and people who tuned in saying how great the first episode was and that they got so much out of it, and it just made me so happy. So I'm so grateful for all the messages and the support. And I thought this week what we could do is to do a meditation together. I think would be a great follow-up to the last week's conversation with my guest Riz Mirza, and he was talking about the importance of tapping in to our own intuition to receive guidance. And then we all have that ability to really connect with our higher self, with our soul, with the inner intelligence, whatever you want to name it. So especially now going through, very challenging times in the world where there's a lot of uncertainty and we all have a lot of questions. So I thought doing a meditation together would be a great way to, first of all, calm down our nervous system, so that way we can experience more peace and more relaxation, and to maybe, hopefully, possibly get some guidance. Maybe you have a specific question you're trying to find a solution for, or maybe you're just curious about what's coming up. What is the thing you might need to focus on, or what is the message? So let's do a little meditation. So I hope you're not driving. If you are, you're gonna have to tune in later. And if you're not driving, we're gonna get right to it. So I would ask you to close your eyes and let's take a deep breath together. And exhale. Let's take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's start breathing slowly. And let's pay attention to the breath. That way you can become more present and more aware of this moment. And deep, slow breathing helps us to relax our nervous system. It helps us to slow down the mind. And as we are breathing, feel how your body is feeling. Notice the sensations. And notice different sounds. You might feel like you want to adjust your position. You might hear your breath, and with every breath, feel like you become more present. The breathing is deep and calm, and with every inhale, imagine how you bring in this life force energy. This energy which helps your heart beat. This beautiful energy which keeps you alive. With every breath, feel like you're connecting to that infinite intelligence of the universe, that infinite intelligence which is within you. How you're connecting to your essence, your soul, and feel how with every exhale you let go of negative thoughts, self-doubt, everything which might hold you back from tuning in and deeply connect with yourself. Let's take a minute to just concentrate on the breath. And now imagine a bright white light entering from the top of your head. This light is connecting you with your higher self, with your wisdom, with your soul. Is opening you up to receive guidance, to receive answers to your question, to receive direction. And know that those can come in many different forms. They can be visual. They can be a feeling. This can be a thought. This can be something which might come in your dream. And as this bright light is coming down, is opening you more and more, making you more sensitive and more receptive. Let's take a few seconds and ask your inner self, the question you might have, specific problem, or anything you need guidance on. And if there is nothing specific coming to your mind, just open yourself and know that whatever you will receive is the exact message you need at this time. And feel how this bright light is moving downwards, arriving in the middle of your chest, vibrating and circulating, and opening up your heart. So you can fully connect to your soul at the heart level, as your heart is the home of your soul. Feel how this bright light is radiating from your heart. Feel the breath making you so grounded and so open. Feel how the energy, like a current running through your body, and let's get very quiet and very still for a few moments and just observe what is coming to you. Don't think much about it, don't put much pressure. Just focus on your breath. Imagine that bright light in your body, connecting you with your soul, with the inner wisdom, with your guides, with that infinite intelligence in the universe, that source which creates all. Keep breathing slowly, and let's take a minute or two to become very quiet and to listen. And let's take a deep breath together, and deep, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's do that again. In and exhale out. How was that? It wasn't a very long meditation, but I thought it's such a great way to just, show ourselves that, we don't have to sit for an hour to get into that meditation. Sometimes it's enough to take a few minutes, and it's okay if we can't, quiet our minds. Sometimes it's just becoming present for those few minutes and see what comes up. So I'll be curious to know what came up for you. But if I share what came up for me, it was interesting, because the first thing was like, wow, I don't do that enough. I don't take enough times through the day to just like take those deep breaths. And it doesn't have to be like this formal meditation session, it's like taking a 2 deep breaths. I can do that anytime. So that was a very valuable insight. And then the next thing, I got that thought in my head that, it's okay not to have all figured out. I feel like I've been, on that mission of this new venture and creating this new passion and those things in my life, and I get a little hard on myself sometimes, trying to know exactly what are the steps and the big vision and exactly what I'm trying to do and what's right and what's wrong. And the message was just, take one day at a time and do one thing. And one is gonna lead to another, and you're gonna figure it out as you go. So just more of a flow and less pressure. And that is like such a beautiful thing for myself. And I don't know if you relate with that, but I feel like sometimes, we can get so overwhelmed with wanting to know exactly all the steps, and it's hard to know all of it. And sometimes that just stops us and we get paralyzed and we don't do anything. And it is as simple as taking one step at a time. So that was a very powerful insight. So I would be so curious what you received, and if you feel like sharing, I would love to hear what it was like for you. And you can reach me at my Instagram, Life with Agnes, or you can send me a message on my website or Facebook at Life with Agnes. And I hope this was a nice practice, and maybe tomorrow you'll remember that and you'll stop, whatever you'll be doing during the day, and just like feel like, okay, this is only gonna take 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna close my eyes and just concentrate on my breath. And I know that alone will be so amazing. It will help you to become more present and oxygenate your body to calm down the nervous system. And you might ask a question, and who knows, maybe the message will come super, super clearly. And if not in that moment, you might find out through the day that you might read something and somebody will tell you something, or a memory might come back, and you might receive your answer. So it was amazing to do that process with you, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will look forward to connect with you next week. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for listening to Awaken Your Soul. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I would love for you to subscribe, share it with your friends, or review it. Can't wait to connect next time. And in the meantime, you can check my website at lifewithagnes.com.